PFL World Podcast and Oscar for MMA. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Good,
We're
good.
coming down to the final days, you know. With this fight, it's such a high-profile fight. Does your previous experience defeating an unbeaten fighter like Yaroslav Amosov in a high-pressure fight give you any added confidence going into a matchup with another rising undefeated fighter like that?
Yes, it does give me a lot of confidence and self-confidence. And the more Thad opened his mouth, the more confident grew on my side because it just shows the insecurity and the youngness in him. And that's what's going to be his downfall Thursday night.
In preparation for this round, is there anything you've had to do different to prepare for getting the smart cage with him?
Yes, absolutely. I have to get a little more with the athletic training partner and the ones that's heavy puncher because I know that's his strong point coming into this fight is trying to land a big punch, and just maintaining, building from what I already built coming into this tournament, and just staying close to my family and grind a little more harder because I'm training not only for this fight but for the finale. But it's one fight at a time.
Thank you so much. Good luck this week.
Thank you for having me.
Hey Jason, you said earlier this week you believe Thad's confidence will be his downfall. Do you believe to an extent that he's overlooking you?
Absolutely, because this guy does not respect my accomplishment and all the big names that I fought to be where I am on this big stage. He does not see nothing that I have done and the way that I had paid for him to be here to where he's the main event. Now, he'd never been on a main card or a main event, and he's not even grateful for none of that. He's just talking about how he's the greatest and how I'm nothing, I've done nothing, I'm an old man. I'm like, what? What are you talking about, buddy? I'm in my prime, and I'm ready to kick ass. What are you talking about? I'm a champion, multiple-time champion. So what are you talking about? Be tougher opponent, harder hit opponent than you are. So for you to not acknowledge that, it definitely has to be some type of insecurity. And then going around watching mom and videos talking about I'm the greatest. You're not the greatest. You haven't done nothing to be the greatest.
And then when he was in here, he said that this is going to be his Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo moment. What are your thoughts on that?
Listen, he's not no Conor McGregor, and definitely not no Jose Aldo. This guy's delusional, because if he think he's going to be a walk in park, come and just hit me and then boom, it's not going to happen. Because guess what? I'm ready for everything that he's going to throw at me. And the thing is, everything he does, somebody's reporting to me. So that's what he don't even know, that I got eyes everywhere. So he's gonna be the Jose Aldo. So he brought up, that's a good perspective he's using right there. I'm gonna be Conor McGregor. I'm gonna become a star on Thursday night.
And then as far as Thursday night is concerned, can we get a prediction from you for how this fight will go?
On Thursday night, I'm gonna finish him. Either a submission or a TKO, or I'm gonna dominate him in unconditional fashion because this guy's heavy top. He's filled with muscle, and he's gonna get tired. I've seen him in previous fight against guys who near to be as athletic as I am. I saw the Chris Brown fight that happened last year, and Chris Brown won that fight. If he didn't have had all them groupies that chanting Thad, PFL would have never gave him that fight. So he's in for a rude awakening.
Jason, I gotta say, I think you have some of the best trash talk liners leading up into this matchup. First, after your last fight, said he's fought nothing but unathletic white boys, and then the shot you took at him yesterday. Are you enjoying this kind of rivalry that's kind of building up leading into this fight?
Well, the thing is, the fact that he doesn't have no skill set or nothing coming into this fight to beat me over me, he's trying to get into my head. But the thing is, I can play that psychological warfare game as well. So now, as he could tell that I'm really good at it, because that line that I said, it wasn't trash talking. His mom really is a nurse and his dad really is a preacher. So that's what hit him so hard, you know what I'm saying? So none of it is trash talking. I'm just speaking my mind. And I'm speaking from heart, and all these are facts. So it kind of touch him. Other than him making up stuff about me and saying that, oh, I'm the greatest, I'm this and that, or this over you. Listen, I have way more finish than you do, and I'm better looking than you are. I'm stronger than you are. So what is it that you have over me? Nothing.
I think everyone knows what you mean to his resume and his career, but is there anything you can give him that a win over him would mean to your career?
What? A win over him? Mean I'm going to the finale, and I'm gonna win the PFL championship. So it means everything to me. Forget what he's talking about. Put me on his resume. I need to beat this guy to go to the finale. So there's no way I'm not taking this guy serious or taking him to heart. I'm taking him serious.
And you are only 2 fights away from getting that PFL championship. Obviously, you've held gold before. You've been a great champion every step of the way. Every time you and I have talked, you've talked about a bigger purpose. When you go and do everything you set out to do this year and add that PFL title, what does that mean to this chapter of your legacy?
Well, this means everything to me, because once I win this title, it put me in a better position to make my shot, not just only to the world, but to the promotion as well, and say, hey, I'm that guy that could carry this promotion. And once I get that title, I could go contest and show everybody that, yeah, Bellator kind of dropped the ball on that fight against me versus Magomed, or whoever the Shamil Messiah, or whoever the guy is. I'm the guy that gonna dethrone either one of those, because guess what? I'm the contender and I'm holding this championship right here. So it means everything to me.
And the last one for me, obviously PFL is going through a lot of changes. You were a part of that last year, and when you look at just where this company is headed, how you said you want to go with them, are you excited for the direction of the PFL? Obviously launching PFL Africa this year, going international. Are you ready for this ride with them?
Yes, I'm excited, because now we have to launch PFL Jamaica. We need to be in Jamaica. I've been begging for this for a while, so this is why I'm fighting so hard, because guess what? We have a fan base in Jamaica, and we have crowd that pulling for Jason Jackson. And not just only in Jamaica, I want PFL the Caribbean, because I'm going to be the king of the Caribbean once I beat Gene Thad. Because, you know, I love Haiti, and I love every other island in the Caribbean, so we need to be in the Caribbean right now, taking over, because we have a lot of talent in the Caribbean right now.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
Jason, when it comes to like that, I mean, like you look at the names on your resume, right? Like I would think when it's all said and done in your career, this won't be one of the fights that's like remembered as like, oh, this great name that Jason beat relative to some of the other guys. I wonder, have you kind of like, the fact that you're so aggressive with him, the fact that this has seemingly got so personal, or seemingly become such this feud, is that almost you like getting yourself up for someone like that, where like normally like you wouldn't have to get yourself up for some of these other guys that you have fought in the past, because you know these are like the top guys, these are world champions, you know?
Yeah, but because everybody that I fought, they actually gave me respect, and the same thing I did, but Thad, no respect whatsoever. He been playing the hypocrite role since before I even walk out there and fought my last opponent. And he went backstage and came before I even walked out after my warm-up, oh, I'm pulling for you. And then went on the interview and said, oh yeah, I think Kershkot gonna win this and that. So I'm like, what's wrong with this guy playing so much? He's a real hypocrite. And every time when he talk, you know, it spark fire into me, motivates me, and this is what I need. It's been a while since any of my opponent, like, okay, motivate me, and this guy motivate me in a positive way to get up and run my miles, and you know what I'm saying, take my boxing serious, take my wrestling, take everything serious, get up out of bed and do everything right. So by him just talking, and he's a young and up and comer that's hungry, and I knew I was at that point at one stage part of my life, and but I wasn't disrespecting the people who paid the way for me.
I guess like if we were going into like, let's say for example your fight with Amazov or your fight with Lima or something, you wouldn't have to ask what is it that you're concerned about, right? These things would be self-explanatory, you know, with these guys. What is it about that would concern you? And do you think that there's anything relative to, like I say, these other guys? Is there anything that you know, like the way Amazon's wrestling would be, you know, a factor, or like the way, you know, Lima's stand-up, or all this? Is there anything like that with Thad Gene that does concern you?
The only thing with Thad Gene, like I said, is confident. That's all he have coming into fight, and he will go for it. He will go for a Hail Mary, I tell you. He will and he's creative. Like I said, he's creative with his punches and all that stuff, and he like to go for knockouts. And he's athletic. That's about it. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I don't think he bring more threat than all the other wrestler opponents that I fought.
And of course, he brings with him, I mean, I know that if we were back to Florida, it would be even bigger, but he brings with him this massive crowd, and they're pretty rowdy as well. These people, I mean, obviously you fought in front of some great atmospheres. I mean, I know in Dublin it was pretty wild, but are you excited about fighting in front of that crowd with that? And I guess maybe it might be a bit of a frosty reception.
Yeah,
There on Thursday.
those are paid audience that I have online. All those audience are paid. He went and paid the Haitian media to blog for him and all that stuff, because this guy's not Haitian. And the only mean he's not Haitian, he doesn't represent the culture. Haitian Flag Day, what did he do? Was he out there celebrating the flag? No. You see him come out in Haitian color? No. You see him speaking Creole? No. So that's what I mean by he's not Haitian. So everybody might take things out of perspective when I say he's not Haitian. He's not Haitian. The reason why all the other Haitians are on his deal, because it's a Haitian versus Jamaican thing. That's why they like, okay, let me jump in. Yeah, hey, but this guy does not represent them in no form or fashion. He doesn't go back to Haiti and do nothing. So that's why I say he's not Haitian. I'm more Haitian more than him. I'm an honorary Haitian.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jason, you talked to me a few weeks back talking about how you kind of feel like you're fighting for a world title shot that you already should have had. Is that kind of one of the main motivating factors for you going into this fight?
Absolutely. Definitely. I need to get back to where I was, and that's the #1 contender to fight for the championship. So winning this tournament will put me right in the right position to where I know I should have been there, but with another world title and more money in my bank account.
Yeah, and then obviously you're training with Logan, who's featured on the same card. I guess what's training camp been like with him? And he was talking about how you guys aren't focused on a potential future fight. I guess what's the camp been like overall?
I mean, like I said, Logan always been Logan. It doesn't matter if he's fighter or not. He just, he's a little standoffish, a little bit different. He like to keep himself to himself. And at the end of the day, like I said, I don't have no issue with fighting nobody once the money is on the line, or title is on the line, or bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? But now I have to focus on that Gene. But you could tell a little bit. I felt like the energy was like the same when I was fighting Kershkop. Like, me and Thad was in the store when he was fighting Muhammad, and he was just kind of standoffish towards me. He didn't want to communicate or nothing. I'm like, for some reason I feel like I'm going to fight this guy. And then boom, look at it now. And I kind of feel somewhere same way with Logan as well, too, a little bit. So I'm like, you know what? I have a great feel I'm going to beat the hell out of Thad Gene, and boom, he's going to win his fight against his opponent, and that's what's going to be, because that's the energy already in the air. But at the end of the day, I'm gladly and welcoming and open to it, because it's known in our gym from everybody know.
Okay, Jaden.
Alright, hey Jason. You just said you have eyes everywhere and you know what Thad has been doing. Did you just admit to having a mole in Thad Gene's training camp?
A mole, not just on his camp, everywhere, in his house, everywhere. Got a mole everywhere on top of him.
Alright, thank you. And also, how has the high-level training at Kill Clip FC helped prepare you for a crazy schedule at your first PFL tournament?
Well, the energy is good, and everything been going great. Can't complain, and I just been pushing harder than before, because I got past my first challenger in the series the way I thought with a finish. Who knows, I would have went in and choked this guy out. So, I could see me going in and knocking that out Thursday night for sure.
Thanks.
Milo.
Hi Jason, Milo for Milo Sport, French media. Can you explain to us how is it tough to prepare to fight an opponent who is undefeated for the semi-final?
What was that? Sorry, I didn't even get that question.
Yes. Can you explain to us how is it tough to prepare to fight an opponent who is undefeated for the semi-final?
Well, it's not tough, because I don't fight his record, and that's what people fail to understand. I go in there and I focus on the opponent himself, the individual, and this guy, I know he filled with muscles, so I just have to go in there, stick and move, and do my thing. And then next thing you know, he's gonna get tired. I'm gonna drown him.
Right? And as a French media, I would like to know if after this tournament, you are hyped to fight in France against a professional fighter like a star.
To fight a what?
To fight in France, like against a star.
Oh, like.
Doumbé, as you said before.
Oh yeah, Cedric Doumbé. He's scared of me. Y'all ain't know that? Been calling that for that fight. He ran. He don't want to fight me after he got poked by that thorn in his foot. He don't want it no more. I've been begging to fight him, especially in France. You know I got a big crowd in France.
Alright, okay. Thank you.
Mills.
Rude boy, bumper Clyde, everything
Yes, man, as I respect. They're
How
no.
you doing, man? MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio. It seems like, you've been fighting for a while now. Everybody on the MMA community kind of knows who you are, but it seems like you introduced yourself to the world with that win over Amazov. Taking the loss, taking the win from an undefeated fighter, how is that going to feel if you're able to replicate the same thing this week with that G?
It's gonna mean the world to me to know that, hey, South Florida, you know who is the king down there. In the Caribbean, y'all know who is the king down there. So this right here, it's a lot of bragging rights on this. We all know the same folks. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of feel the same way about both of us, that we're both great individuals inside and outside the cage. So, for me to like put a stomp on that and be like, hey, this guy can't touch me in no form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? I've been all around the world, and now I'm back to prove to everybody that and myself that, hey, I am who I say I am. I'm a champion.
And then on the mic, you have some of the Codest quotes. The first one is, everybody has dreams, but until they realize I'm their nightmare. And then the other one that you hit them with yesterday, I really need to know, is that really coming out of your head, or is somebody kind of giving you the bars to ride?
No, I got a writer. I got a writer in the lab right now, writing everything, all the bars. Ain't you ever hear no artists write their bars? No artists write their bars. So I got my writers writing my bars and dropping them to me.
Guys, so you on the Drake stacks, man.
Yeah.
Got it, man. I can't wait to see your fight, man. Always love watching your fight, man. You love your energy, too. Keep doing what you're doing out there for all the Jamaicans, too.
I appreciate your much love and respect.
Dylan.
Jason, in the lead up to this fight, he said something along the lines that you're the older guy, he's the young guy, something about a retirement home, and he sees you as a stepping stone in his career. How much mind do you really pay to that, and do you see this as the perfect opportunity to humble a younger fighter and kind of show levels to the game?
That's the line. When he said that line right there, just show you how immature he is, because I'm in my prime right now. I got my man muscles. This guy nuts still must drop. Much less hair on his chest, much less be talking like that. He don't even got no bass in his voice. So to me, I already just show how green he is. And I was like, okay, you gonna put me in a what? I'm gonna put you in a body bag. You talking about putting me in a retirement home. What's wrong with you? And this guy, he motivate me a lot to actually, get on my joint. And while he was doing all that talking, I was in the gym like a professional.
And last question, is it safe to say that he kind of brought out a different version of you, because you're known as a very respectful guy? This fight week, obviously, he channeled something a little different. Does this feel kind of refreshing, kind of different, adding a little bit more to the fight for you?
No, the only thing he brought out of me that was always there and everybody wanted to see that know me personal is my mic skill. I'm like CM Punk on the mic, but I just never really get the right character to really brought up. I thought Cedric Doumbé was going, be that one, because he's good on the mic as well. That's all he did. He just brought out the ability to show that I could sell fight either way, inside the ring fighting and outside the ring.